I want you to quit fretting about those college bills and those utility bills. I want you to stop worrying about any bills. I want you to stop. Why? Because you're wasting your time. That's why. In case you haven't heard, the world is going to end in 2012.
That's the date that many doomsday prophets are claiming the world as we know it will end.
All of the talk about a doomsday is a big hoax perpetuated on the internet and with people trying to make money.
Well, the Maya believe in cycles, and the current calendar is actually one of several cycles that last for thousands of years.
Their calendar does not end on December 21st, 2012. It's just the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. It's just like on December 31st, our calendar comes to an end, but a new calendar for the next year begins on January 1st.
Early biblical codes in the Old Testament also point to some cataclysmic event in 2012.
No computers will work after a pole shift. Mega earthquakes bigger than the Richter scale. Hurricanes and the tornadoes. A complete tidal wave that will go over the whole earth. More than 99% of all people in the whole world will be dead.
I don't think the world's gonna end this Friday or whatever. I think it's just people. Yeah, I just think it's people trying to make people think differently, as you said, this year.
So I definitely believe that we're in a time where people are starting to realize that it's not just one part or one person, that we're part of something bigger.
If it means that something is gonna happen, for the new, for 2012, whatever. If something is gonna happen, it should be for the better, If it means for New York to change, change for the whole New York, so be it. But as long as it's for the better,
Well, in terms of the whole end of the world thing, I think it's BS. I think, I'm having fun with it, to be honest. Like, I joke about it on my Instagram and everything. I mess with it, but I think at the end of the day, when we wake up Friday, it's gonna be another work day.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic Check is a show where we conduct various street interviews geared to hear the voice of the hard-working class residents of New York City. Every second of every minute of the day, week, month, and year, there is always something happening in this city. The problem is, the majority of our stories are being told for those media conglomerates that only spit out one-sided views. Mic Check's mission is to give a full 360-degree on major events, protests, and political agendas that matter to you the most. We are here to inform, educate, and entertain the working class residents with information that is vital to your survival. Mic Check.
On the 21st of December is the end of the Mayan calendar, and of course that's not the end of the world, absolutely not, but it is the end of one level of consciousness that separates us from others.
This is the state when we naturally become more aware of our higher mental, psychic, and spiritual powers and faculties.
This year, wow. It's been a good and a bad year.
It's been pretty good. No different than any other year.
It's got its ups and downs. Yeah, just like every other year, but
This year has been pretty freaking awesome. Working, graduated school, all that good stuff.
Growing up as a man, doing school, doing good in school.
I've been doing a lot this year. I was 300 pounds and I lost all that weight.
Yeah, basically, I'm finishing high school. This is my last year. Gotta get it over with. And I just got a job this year, start working, getting money.
But I've been having some luck. Was actually going through some stuff, but long story short, I got myself a good job actually here as a doorman and a porter. Little on the messed up side, Hurricane Sandy actually affected me. I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost everything I owned, and after a month of some hard work and some struggles and stuff, I found myself a new house, and I just had a baby as well. So I'm pretty happy.
It's been crazy. success. Everything's looking
Well, I mean, every year you learn something new. So, I mean, you know, I actually experienced something big because, I mean, I got hit by a car recently. So that's like, I'm more paranoid when I'm crossing the street. And it's like, I seem to enjoy life more, so.
I see life definitely different considering I used to wake up before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Never. And nowadays I wake up at like 5. It's a big difference, like huge, huge difference.
Feels good, but at the same time a bit nervous. I feel a bit nervous just because I am stepping into I'm doing something big in my life that I haven't done by myself, but just with the help of my family and some friends, I know I could do it.
Well, it made me feel extra confident in myself, like that I can do something. Definitely getting back into dancing because I've been doing it for 17 years. I stopped and gained all that weight, and then this year I just got it all off, and I'm happy with myself. Yeah.
I learned that life is short, and you never know what's gonna happen. You know, you could be one day. You know, I was stuck here in Manhattan for 4 days because the train wasn't working. I couldn't do nothing. My newborn was only 2 days old when that happened. So, you know, like, life is short. You gotta enjoy it. You gotta live it to the fullest. You gotta appreciate what you have.
Like when Obama got reelected for president, it made me feel better about who I am, and it made me work harder in school.
I don't know, me, I basically think about it like this. And for my future, if I want a good future, you know, you gotta go to school. I gotta finish, you know, gotta get high school diploma. If you can't go to college, you know, if you know you can do good without college, you know, college is not for everybody. But, if you know you can do good after, you know, high school, whatever, you're good. You're good to go. That's what I'm trying to do, get high school over with so I can start getting my life started.
Well, I mean, I never really get to see things differently because I'm a very humble person. So at the end of the day, humility is the way of life. You know, as long as you stay humble, everything to you.
Meu nome é Liz e eu assisto Youth Channel. Você tem que assistir também, é fantástico.
And action.
Teens Tell Teens. We must tell our friends about AIDS.
If I had the chance to have a show on Youth Channel, it would be a comedy show about the workplace and the challenges that people have there. And it would entail examples such as if someone has a mean boss or they can't figure out their actual job and title. The message that will go out to the audience is that people can overcome challenges no matter what it is at work, that they should know how to deal with it and be strong during the process.
A human being needs to reach the point of readiness where they say, okay, I've done enough madness, I've suffered enough, I'm ready for the shift.
Well, I think you gotta think more like about what you do because you never know. Let's say you're just going outside, you know, to buy something. You don't know what's gonna happen. Like 1 minute you're alive, the next minute you're not. So it's like you gotta be really careful now.
I don't know, just to have courage. I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't really believe in that type of stuff. But I mean, I don't know if it does happen. But I mean, if it's one thing that a shift that I would like, it's just to have more courage, be strong.
And stop killing people because this killing is crazy out here nowadays with you know, that stuff that happened in Connecticut. So I just think that everybody in the streets needs to be more nice and, you know, just live a better life from there.
Well, their way of thinking, as it goes back to death, you could think differently on death, and yeah, you'll just be thinking differently next year on everything that happened in 2012. You could think differently next year.
What I want to happen, I wouldn't want anything like catastrophic happening because, you know, that's just crazy. But honestly, I don't know. I just go by the flow. Like, go with the flow.
My idea of my mind going through a change is a change for everything I do and every type of way I do and everything I do. Like the way I am and myself as like I'm maturing more. From junior high school to high school is a big change for me, and I'm learning how to get into school and get like with the role of everything in high school.
For the future, I mean, in terms of the future, more successful. Hopefully, got a lot of good things going. Music videos, a bunch of stuff I'm into, a bunch of media stuff. I'm just happy right now.
I turned 15.
And I don't know, I think like another thing that would change is like some of the people I hang out with, like stay away from the bad things that could cause bad things to happen and stuff like that, yeah.
I'll feel thankful for another day. For all the conspiracies, I feel thankful for another day.
I think my way of thinking would be differently, for the most part. I think I'll be thinking more critically, mostly, and I'll be thinking on a higher level for next year.
I don't really think anything's going to change, to tell you the truth.
Why not?
I think I'm doing well, and as long as I'm doing well, I don't think anything needs to change. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
I think a lot of people are going to make some stupid decisions. But other than that, I don't think anything big is going to happen. Everybody's going to be like, you know, oh my God, it's December 21st, but really everybody, and people are going to be disappointed. But a lot of better decisions will be made, though.
Honestly, I don't think anything big is going to happen. I just think that probably people are going to realize that just like, I don't know, 666 and all those other things going on, that nothing's going to happen. But, I mean, you never know with those things. There's so much stuff going on in the world with, like, Israel and all of those places that we really don't know what's going to go on.
If it's something that's going to happen and it's out of our hands, it's going to happen regardless. So it is what it is, you know?
Wow. I'll tell you one thing. If the world's ending, hopefully I'm chilling back eating some food, watching Netflix, and just enjoying my last moments with my family. But if it don't, I'm partying hard.
Hey guys, Youth Channel is awesome!
Hi, my name is Neki Polanco. I'm from the Dominican Republic and I'm inviting you to watch the Youth Channel. Why? Because it's cool.
Yeah. What up, my peoples? This is Patty Dukes,
Rep Star,
and we're representing Circa 95. And you're watching
the Youth Channel.
Word. Look in my eyes, see your own fist. Hard-earned money, took sweat and tears.
What? Yeah, you better get it clear. I'm so deaf, it's like I cannot hear.
What is the physics of consciousness? We can ask that question today. What is consciousness? Where does it come from? What are the origins of consciousness? What are the limits of human potential?
To work on our safety and keep kids safe and want kids to learn and keeping them safe.
I think people need to be more open-minded, like not to be too quick to judge, because sometimes a person don't even know somebody, but they just start judging them because of the way they look or how they act, but you don't know what's going on with them. So you gotta, think about the other person more, try to be in their shoes.
Just make, just start being independent and start acting your age. Go back to school if you can. Just be smart.
Well, I actually used to volunteer for the hospitals, and I did a lot of like activist work with HIV forums and stuff like that. And I think that a lot of people should start doing stuff like that, not just for yourself, but for everybody else around you. And recycling, definitely a big one these days, thanks to global warming.
I mean, for me, like, when I hear about these type of things, I ask my parents and what they say, but it all comes down to what you think personally and your conscience, because, I mean, I don't know about if this is really going to happen, but I mean, I feel fine. I mean, just go with your own conscience, I guess.
Just realize what they have at that moment. Where do you stand in life today? Just try to see what you can do. Like, how can you make it better? How can you start on a new leaf, and you know, you win some, you lose some.
The only way things are gonna change if everybody works together. You feel me? Teamwork. That's all it's about. If nobody's willing to hear everybody else's opinion, nothing can happen. Cause nobody's gonna be happy. Everybody gotta have a say with everything.
Honestly, I think it already took place. I think this was a rude awakening for people, finally. You know, everybody takes life for granted. You know, we wake up, we just party hard, we do this, we do that, and we don't notice the little things. And the little things is what matters. And for example, with the school shooting, it's the little things of not noticing that some kid was in the school that didn't need to be there. And now, hopefully, everybody just starts noticing the little things, because that's what really does matter. You notice little things, big things change. A bunch of little things make big things change. Big things change without little people. And then in terms of consciousness and the way we think and whatnot, I don't think anybody's gonna snap. I think this year is gonna be the year of change in terms of the world, in terms of it getting better and people just being more awakened and more, you know, things being more obvious to people.
The physical world as we see it is not reality. The true nature of reality is pure potential, infinite possibilities, infinite creativity. This true reality has no beginning and no end. It does not exist in space and time. Space and time exist within it. And this we call consciousness.
Hi, my name is Catherine. You should watch Youth Channel because it's made by youth for youth.
Oh, we're recording?
Well, if I had a chance to make a show, I would make a show like a sitcom, sort of. It would be about people that deal with different issues, like primarily youth that deal with issues with their parents. It would have like 6 different, youth that have 6 different parents. That would be my primary goal, to try to show people that just because you may be a different race, everybody experiences different things with their parents and everybody could relate to it.
Watching the Youth Channel. Traditional elections, youth are excluded. Often, low-income folks are excluded, or people, parolees, or folks who have a record. But PB is about engaging those people, engaging you guys. Because you guys have the power and the intelligence to make just as smart budget decisions as anyone else, any elected official.
Through the participatory budgeting process, community members directly decide how to spend at least $1 million in capital funds in 8 participating districts of New York City. In collaboration with Community Voices Heard, Councilmember Melissa Mark Riverito hosted 7 different assemblies for District 8 residents to propose, discuss, and vote on different projects that could be funded by the participatory budget. The Youth Channel was able to get behind the scenes of one of these meetings, a special assembly put together for young people ages 14 to 24 to decide the projects they thought would benefit the entire District 8 community the most.
So our district has 3 components, okay? So you're looking at, right here, you're looking at the East Harlem component. We also have part of the Upper West Side, and then we have a small section of the Bronx, okay? So we have a small section of Mount Haven. We also have, which is kind of cut off, but we also have Central Park. We have Randall's Island, and we have Ward's Island as well. So the district's spread kind of wide. Okay, so when you're thinking about ideas, think of things that fit within the district, okay?
the people that go to school and got kids.
Yes. As far as scan goes, there's like so many empty rooms they're not using.
That's not using, but they need to be fixed.
Exactly.
Because they're not safe.
So everybody on the East Side
A lot of
benefit
even
from that.
people from the West Side can come over here and benefit from that.
Fix existing rooms when I'm missing.
Yeah.
Something about the safety? Like what?
Yeah, we need to make it safe so people from the outside can feel comfortable and come in and stay out the street.
Like the gym floor is concrete and tile on top of that. Something like a positive energy, like where everybody feels good as soon as they step in the building.
I know Wagner Projects, all the concrete, the sidewalks and inside the project is cracked and is unleveled and everything.
Oh yeah, she came prepared, pulling out the notes.
Oh, she ready. Oh yes.
Today was our groundbreaking, historic, participatory budgeting project, putting real decision-making power in the hands of real people. What does that mean? That means getting away from the more elite democracy that we see. Where groups like youth are excluded, and instead empowering them, putting the power in the hands of youth. So today was a youth assembly, because we're intentionally trying to target groups like youth, formerly incarcerated immigrants, low-income people of color. And then we had about 70 or 80 youth. You know, many of them probably don't traditionally participate in our political system, right? They probably vote at lower rates. A lot of them are excluded from the voting process. And with the Republican attacks on voting now, a lot of them may not be able to vote. But they were all here today.
My group, stuff that won, well, we got a gym floor for life science and boys and girls Harvard. The first one that won is the bathroom renovations at Rhode Island. The second one is the elevator renovations at Wagner.
Lights underneath the Metro North along Park Avenue, along the archways. It gets dark at night, and sometimes some people describe it as scary.
30 to 40 laptops for special education at Park East High School. Our second idea was gym and roof repairs for Boys and Girls Harvard. And our third idea was history media lab, iPads, laptops, construction for PS 171.
To expand urban garden on Park Avenue and 116th Street. It's a garden that was going to turn into a farm, and it was going to be a greenhouse that's better for the community, and people could come in and learn how to do stuff like that, like young people, different classes.
There's the iPad cards at Innovation High School. And the fourth one is the dance studio here. It was in time.
Once in my life, like I feel like we as the people, we gotta say so now. You feel me? As far as what they spending the money on. If you look at a lot of things they spending money on now, I think it's ridiculous. First thing they need to do is just, I mean, because there's only like a handful of districts that's participating in this right now. So right now, we really just need to get all districts on board. When you have more districts on board, now you got more communities that's being looked upon as far as instead of just, you know, East Harlem and Mott Haven, like, you know, we need to branch this out more so that we can spread the awareness.
What's up, tweeters? I know you all got Twitter pages by now. Follow the Youth Channel's Twitter page and see what we're working on, what shows are on air, and much more. Follow a pioneer channel by and for youth made media. Follow the YC. Log on to twitter.com/youthchannel.
Show me yourself, don't let it all
Teens Tell Teens. We must tell our friends about AIDS.
Clap your hands, clap your hands. Stomp your feet, stomp your feet. What? Clap your hands, clap your hands. Stomp your feet, stomp your feet. What?
Only virgin gets hoodie with a 10-deep sweater. No one could do it better.
Yeah.
What up, my peoples? This is Patty Dukes.
Rap Star.
And we're representing Circa 95. And you're watching
The Youth Channel.
Word. Look in my eyes, see your own fears. Hard-earned money, took sweat and tears.
What? Yeah, you better get it clear. I'm so deaf, it's like I cannot hear. Shorty broke a neck just to check my gear. You ain't gonna see these for about a year.
Well, if I had a chance to make a show on the Youth Channel, it would be called the J-Man Radio Show. It's going to be a show about having some sketch comedy, some playing live music, and also me and my friends are going to get together so we could talk about topics that's going on in the world. There's more to life than doing nothing, playing video games, watching TV. I mean, I'm here creating my own show. You should do the same thing.
Well, if I had a chance to make a show, I would make a show like a sitcom, sort of. It would be about people that deal with different issues, like primarily youth that deal with issues with their parents. It would have like 6 different, youth that have 6 different parents. That would be my primary goal, to try to show people that just because you may be a different race, everybody experiences different things with their parents and everybody could relate to it.